Well, welcome Teqball fans to the climax of the 2022 Teqball season. The fifth edition of the Teqball World Championships live from Nuremberg, Germany. This new sport is taking the world by storm as we celebrate the fifth edition of this World Championships event. We're building up to live coverage of our men's doubles final. Worth pointing out this sport is just growing in depth and popularity. The first edition of the Teqball World Championships, held in Budapest in 2017, was just 8 men's singles players and 8 men's doubles players. Flash forward to 2022, the biggest Teqball World Championships of all time has seen 181 athletes from around the world, 48 nations on show, battling it out for the title of World Champion, and a number of categories at play as a result of that. Men's singles, men's doubles, women's singles, women's doubles and mixed doubles. We're done with our singles matches. The men's singles and women's singles champions have been crowned. This all-inclusive sport is the fastest growing sport in the world. This is Teqball 2022. This is the World Championships live from Nuremberg, Germany, where the world is indeed curved. So set yourselves in for what promises to be a fantastic 3 doubles matches. And this is the 5th edition of the Teqball World Championships. Myself, James Anadakis, and Tim White, who we'll introduce in just a moment's time, will be taking you through the rest of the action today. A warm welcome to fans of the sport, both new and old. Kevin Rodrigo, the referee for this men's doubles match, as we build up then to the start of our 3 doubles matches. And we'll hand over to Tim to introduce the first team from Hungary in this men's doubles match. And of course, Adam Bako and Adam Blažević.
Yeah, they really are a fantastic team. Bako won the mixed doubles in Budapest, and as a pairing, these two beat Banyik and Szegedi comfortably enough in Budapest as well. So they're bang in form. Both right-footers, 24 and 28 years of age. They've done it all on the international stage. Bako's been in ridiculous form of late, and Blažević is one of the all-time greats in this sport. But they have their work cut out today against a pair approaching veteran status. It's Bogdan Mirojevic and Nikola Mitrov from Serbia, 29 and 28 years of age, from the Teqball Liman Club, making the switch from a similar sport and taking Teqball by storm a few years ago.
Yeah, these two really are celebrities in the world of Teqball. Bogdan Mirojevic and Nikola Mitrov, 2-time world champions, beating a pairing of Blažević and Banyik in the final in Krems, France in 2018, when then representing Montenegro. Reigning world champions after winning in Gliwice, Poland last year. World Championship runners-up in 2019. 4 times European Teqball Tour winners. They are absolute stars of the sport. But coming up, a really up-and-coming pairing. Blažević, those of you familiar with Teqball will know him well. He's won pretty much everything there is to win in this sport. But his partner, Adam Bako, a new partnership. Banyik not here at the World Championships. It's Bako and Blažević, and these two could really put together a ferocious challenge in this men's doubles final, Tim.
$250,000 prize money, $250,000 prize money for this World Championships. The first time that figure's been reached, and it's sure to go only one way. Could be quite profitable. If you're taking up the sport in future years, you might be at a future World Championship and with a big paycheck. The winners today get $17,000 US, $12,000 for the runners-up in all the doubles events, women's and mixed doubles as well. The finals of those to come too. So the Serbian team then, Mirojevic and Mitrov, and the pair, as James said, have done it all, defending champions from Poland last year. And Bako's taken 2022 by storm, probably underrated at the start of the year. Well, he's not anymore, and his partnership with Blažević has blossomed, as it has with Liavašaš in the mixed doubles as well, and we'll see them against the Americans at the end of the day as well.
Yeah, Mirojevic and Mitrov are going to be demonstrating the snipe style of Teqball, very much predominantly played with the aggression of their head. It's the tech style from Bako and from Blažević. Bako, a former employee of Fitec, the governing company of Teqball, and was a very, very good Teqball player even then, and now has obviously gone into the professional world of Teqball, and we will see him in 2 finals. This, of course, his first appearance in the doubles final. We will see him in the mixed doubles final as well. which follows this match.
Yeah, a few of the players making double appearances, and Bako's form, one of them. But it's the serves to get us underway then, in the all-red, on the left of your screen.
It intrigues me as to whether or not that is the disadvantage. I mean, it is to an extent because they're going to be exhausted after one final. Bako will be hoping this is a straight sets win for the Hungarian team, but I certainly don't think it's going to go that way. This one, without doubt, has the potential to go to 3 sets. I would say Serbia the favourites, though, with a point to prove after having a slow season by their standards.
The first point is an entertaining one, and the sniper is in there very early for all to see. A little flick off the table, though, from Blažević, and the point goes to the Serbian Team M, Mitro Mirojevic. Talk about rest time. At least Bako does get a rest, but
first service.
No, he doesn't. Bako's straight in action in the next match in the mixed doubles.
Yeah, that's right.
Vashash will be doing the same thing as well. She'll be in the women's doubles.
Yeah, Greco and Osmondson away to the Hungarian team there. So 2-0.
And interestingly, in the mixed doubles, we don't have
first service.
Our reigning world champions. More on that later. No Shaba Banyak in this final, which is, well, we didn't have him in the final last year, but to have him not here at all is very odd, I must say.
Yeah, one of the stalwarts of the game, and such a good partnership with this man for so long, but the left foot still working well for the tall Blažević, and Team Adam getting plaudits from the crowd with their first point by virtue of the strong left foot. And you'll see that many more times during the course of this final.
Neither of these teams have dropped a set heading into this final. They are, without a doubt, the 2 best teams in this competition. Someone will have to lose at least a set in this final. At least 2 sets in order for it to be concluded.
Yeah, Shaba Banyak, one of the big names missing, as James said, competed in mixed and men's doubles in the Hungarian World Championship qualifiers, but as defending world champion with Janet Janicek, lost in the mixed doubles to Bako and Vashash, and the men's event went out to this pairing. Split the partnership with Blažević. Bako took his place and is reaping the dividends.
Bako is absolutely pumped for this, screaming at the top of his lungs. Every point so dramatic. Bako serving at 3-2.
First service.
Mirojevic wasn't too pleased. The last one wasn't called an edge. And he just he likes to let the referee know what the decision is. Bako going with a more cautious, but still a good low trajectory. But then the sniper header.
Team Serbia.
Mirojevic making no mistake. There's a big gap in the defences between those in green and white on the right of your screen. It was exploited to the full. They honed this headed technique with a local sport called tennis labom in Serbia and Montenegro, as it was then. Tennis with the head, more or less. Drawing rectangles on the floor, and they need to return the ball into the marked area. And it transfers pretty well to Teqball, you're seeing today. Another brilliant header, such power, the neck muscles strengthened over time and rarely miss, which is what makes them such a difficult team to come up against. They can generate the angle and disguise the killer header too. Great sniping. 4-3.
First service. Out. Second service.
Bako getting a good deep second serve, made it more awkward. Then the low header just took the pace off Mirojevic when they were already expecting the hard header. Look at him, you can't see it because you're watching replay, but he's just marking out exactly in footsteps where he should stand.
Now serving.
Mirojevic and Mitro are absolute beasts when they get going.
Perfectionists, aren't they? Sometimes it can get the better of them.
It can boil over, no doubt about that, and we've seen a card system introduced in this sport.
Yeah, it's another new invention for the World Cup, the cards in action potentially for the first time. We hope not. Here's Mirojevic, goes with the foot, misses the table. Mitro can't believe it, looks at his partner in almost disgust there. Just the frustration of a big point.
Mitro is one of these players that wears his heart on his sleeve.
He does.
You just need to look him in the eyes to see what he's feeling. He makes no mistakes about it. Maja Misevic, his doubles mixed partner, gets the brunt of his obvious
second service
displeasure at missed points as does Morovic, his doubles partner.
Oh,
and
he missed a virtual open goal there,
Yeah.
Adam Bacco.
It was.
He can't believe it. Right
Good way of
smiles.
describing it. It was an open goal. Bacco knows it as well, but that's a good reaction, and these two have a great chemistry, Bacco and Blažević.
Yeah, I think both teams do. They trust each other. Then
It's different. It's two very different styles. That's what's so good about this final matchup, is they're just such different players.
in every respect, in terms of the Teqball style and technique, in terms of personalities,
In terms of the way they play together, but ultimately it is
concentration on Morovic.
four of the best players in the world.
Bacco setting himself up and swings to good effect this time. Mitro left on the floor, point to the Hungarian team. They're getting back into this one as they need to do with the change of serve coming after the next point. 6-5. Bacco has a history of coming from behind, doesn't he?
First service.
Particularly this year, had some spectacular matches and comebacks in men's and mixed doubles.
Second service.
Won the mixed doubles in Budapest, Bacco, and with Blažević beat Banyik and Szegedi in Budapest in the most recent event. And Blažević and Bacco are just pulling back to parity here.
This is the final we hoped it would be. This is close, this is cagey, there's mistakes from both teams, but more importantly there's winners from both teams. And this one looks to go the distance, 6 points all. I would be surprised if this one isn't a best of 3.
Well, let's hope we do get a deciding set. May the best team win.
Out.
Usually puts a bit more force into it. Blažević has the
Second
round leg attack on the first serve. This time the second serve deep. Not an edge ball though. The header this time from Mitro. Uses the direction well. Again, saw the gap. Saw Bacco as a little bit out of position. Didn't go for the strong header. Just guided it to success.
Clever play that from Mitro. The accuracy was there. Saw the gap. Did exactly what Bacco was unable to do. Converted what could have been effectively an open goal, but
First service.
Must have been very close to being over the halfway line. The
Second
net,
service.
but no illegal play called by the referees and no challenge, no VAR yet made. Mitro with a strong header, too strong because Bacco's return is over his partner. You are allowed to venture into your opponent's territory, if you like, on the second touch for a layup. This can't play your third shot beyond the halfway line, for those of you new to Teqball.
the difference is 2 points at the moment, and the difference being those 2 mistakes from Bacco. He will recover from that, no doubt about it. And the way he responds is usually positively. Blaževic's serve is long.
Opportunity lost here, though,
Second
Blažević at 6-all. And they've lost the first 2 serves and in danger of losing the third with Mitro going for the headed kill. Bacco, though, found it easy this time. Layup towards Adam Bacco. Had to use his chest. Now it'll be the layup for Morovic, who's waiting, swings the left-foot at it. Good defence. That's awkward. Keeps it on the table without playing an illegal move, but there's no way back this time. Morovic nails the header. Sniping Teqball at its best. 3 out of 3 against serve gives them a 9-6 lead.
Well, what you're starting to see is the snipe style developing, and you can't be overly reliant on your head in those positions. You have to bring the footwork in to really put the power into some of those shots, and you saw that with the left foot of Morovic there, forcing his opponents back, and they're in a really good position in his opening set, and it's once again sent home by Mitro.
A clean sweep of Blaževic's serve. He loses all 4, and they trail 10-6 from looking like they were certainly well in this opening set. It's unravelling quickly.
Well,
brilliant header from Mitro.
Calm called by Adam Bacco there.
Now serving.
I
Team
felt
Serbia.
that the Serbians were strongest going into this final, and this has certainly been the case in the second part of this first set. We've still got a long way to go. Still got to wrap up this first set, but these two are so experienced in this position.
Yeah, just a question mark whether they've been slightly off form of late. Lost in the semi-finals in Budapest to Banyik and Katz.
No doubt about it, they've been off form as Blažević sends another smash out wide, but this, a lot of people feel like is the moment they can save their season, and I mean, what better way to do it than to win a World Championships?
And over the short history so far at Teqball, very few have managed to come back and defend a world title, as we've already seen this year in a couple of the finals that we've had. Final number 3 of 5, the 3 doubles. Final starting here. Blažević this time, he's been a little bit out of form and out of sorts so far today. I think not up to his usual clinical error-free play, but that one was nailed well, smashed it into the early part of the table.
Well, at this point it becomes about trying to get that momentum to carry on into the second set. I think this set is gone, but we'll see.
Still set point, 4 more of them if needed.
Net.
Comes into the net, so His second serve and slightly more conservative,
Second
you would
serve.
imagine. Blažević is there waiting at the edge of the table for the layup from Bako. Bako takes the first touch, easy to control the second, and the third is smashed, but great defence from Mirojevic at first, but he's unlucky because the ball goes
Point
dead
to Team Hungary.
when it
Wow.
hits the cube above us.
A wry smile from Mitra there as he looks up at that boarding in the middle, and the frustration would have got there otherwise.
Yeah, we don't always
First
have a
service.
cube above us.
No.
Mitro, great header. Bako did well to keep it in play, and Blažević goes
Oh,
for the
it's
winner
the
again.
cube
Oh, it's the
again.
cube again. I'm not sure that would have landed on the table or given his partner a chance, but it's working in favour of the Hungarians here, and they reduce the arrears from 11-6 to 11-9.
Well, they're contesting something here and debating with Kevin Rodrigo, the referee, whether or not VAR is necessary.
Yeah, was Blažević over halfway?
I thought when he hit it, to be fair,
Oh,
he
it is
might
a
well
VAR.
have been.
This
So
is a
this,
VAR challenge.
yeah,
the
this
first
is for the first set. If he is over the line,
Then it's a first set
to be
to
honest, it was
the
close.
Serbs.
Here we go then, all eyes on Kevin Rodrigo. Here we go. Oh,
Just
is
about
the
get away
point
with
of
that, Willie.
contact
Yeah,
with the ball.
yeah,
That's
Challenge is
good.
completed.
Just.
No illegal attack.
That was quick.
That
VAR
was
people in the
close.
truck doing well. The referees over there, nice and quick. So they've lost their only challenge, and now,
Worth a challenge,
Change
that
the
though,
service.
to be fair to them.
I think
Now
it was.
serving.
But now
Team
the
Hungary.
Hungarian team have 4 serves of their own. If they win all
First
4 of
serve.
these, they take. Well, they need 3 of them to take the set.
That's
First
really
of all,
intriguing.
still set point. That's a difficult. Whoa! But what a winner! What a winner!
Right, Team
Mirojevic
Serbia.
nails it. Are they going to VAR it? They're having a discussion,
Well,
but I
that-
don't think so. I think that's the set to the Serbs.
We were
Oh, they
right down
are.
the barrel
They
of the
are.
gun here, but this has been challenged.
They're VARing it. I don't know what they're trying to appeal against. No, I think they realise
No, they don't want it.
only get one.
Yeah.
And so the first set is gone. Previously, in previous tournaments when VAR was tested, you could challenge for free on a set point.
Yeah.
You can no longer, and so they decide to keep their powder dry, and they'll be back in the second set. But it's the first set to Serbia. Brilliant play from Bogdan Mirojevic and Nikola Mitro.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the way that Mitro and Mirojevic have approached this World Championships. As we've mentioned, a little bit out of form, well, quite by their standards, very much out of form heading into these World Championships. As we take a look at the set statistics there, you can see unforced errors 3 to 5 is pretty close, that very, very close. We will pause now for the highlights and then head back for the second set in just a moment's time.
Well, the Serbians were brilliant, especially Bogdan Mirojevic, who's put in the performance of the day for me so far. He's barely made a mistake and won so many points on his own. This pairing from Novi Sad in Serbia, who are boyhood friends and honed their skills, their teamwork together, almost psychic in their ability to read each other's minds. Whereas this relatively new pairing of Blažević and Bako struggling, 12-9 beaten in the opening set. Could have been worse, they were 11-6 down.
Well, you feel that Bako and Blažević will win a World Championship at some point. Will it come this year? Might be a little bit too soon, especially up against Mirojevic and Mitro, the way they're playing at the moment. But still in this second set.
Mitro with a delicate touch, but didn't catch out the Hungarians. Bako goes with a great header himself. Anything you can snipe, I can snipe better, says Adam Bako. Takes the first point of set number 2.
Found the right back at the back left end of the table there. Really found the critical spot there, away from the edge of the table, and Bako with a roar in delight. Could that be what it takes to lift them? Momentum is a funny thing in Teqball.
Beauty of the curved table, isn't it? Another good sniping header, good defending from Bako, though, who goes in for the kill himself, but a little bit less on that.
Oh!
Mirojevic with a terrific effort. Now the volley perhaps from Blažević. He needed to use the chest, and it went long.
That's
another mistake.
That's all about Bogdan Mirojevic there. I don't think anyone expected that left foot swipe from out wide. At least not Blažević, who did get it back in the end, but was caught out, and the pressure there paid dividends, and it's 1 point apiece. That was a big point there. Wanted to try and dent that momentum that might have started there for the Hungarians. Oh, brilliant.
Well, there's a point back, and there's a boost for them, and you can see they're getting into it now a little bit more. The screens from Bako. Blažević joining him as well in the celebrations.
First serve.
Lively character out of Bako. Packs a punch, smaller, and look at him go, celebrating, trying to wind up. Plenty of Hungarians have come up from Budapest here to Germany. I was told by a couple of guys it's a 6 or 7 hour drive for them. And the birth of Teqball was in Budapest, the first World Championships.
Very much a travelling circus, this sport, travelling all around the world. We have the US Teqball Tour, as well as the European Tour.
For Mirojevic, oh, delicate again. Wasn't an edge ball, it was near the edge but not on it. They can be powerful, but they can also apply the cute touches where needed, just like that.
Important spell in this set here for Mirojevic and Mitro. Heads can drop, momentum can swing. At the moment it feels it's with Hungary, but it is the Mitro serve. Oh, it's so good, that serve as well.
Blažević did well to keep it alive and good use of the chest. If they get another chance, they'll fancy their chances. Mirojevic trying to make sure the Hungarians don't get a chance, but they will. Headed sniper, brilliant from Bako. Just holds out his hands, pumps out the chest. The head did it all. And he's getting into this more and more. The Hungarians have a 2-point lead in set 2. Look at that camera work and look at that execution.
Yeah, cameraman's done well to follow that, hasn't he? Bako leaps like a salmon out of water. Heads that home.
2-4, second set. First set went to the serves, but they're under pressure here. Mitro, that's such a low trajectory. It skids off the table almost. Blažević always missed another one with that left foot.
Well, that's going to
So
happen,
reliable.
isn't it? I mean, it's a very tight angle. Blažević obviously with the error there. I don't know even if I'd put that down as an unforced error because he was in a difficult position. The ball was flying away from him. He was always off balance.
You're generous. An unforced error, James.
Out.
Oh, first serve miss, but he...
Second serve.
But when you compare it to the likes of Bako in the first half, who really just had the whole table beckoning, I mean, the technique there required from Blažević was difficult.
Bako going for the smash. Good defending, good positioning from Mitro. Has to scamper around to try and put his own header away. This time, Bako waiting for the layup. Couldn't use his foot and had to go with another part of the body. I think he was hoping for a header there, but in the end, tried to knee it over and just couldn't manage to do so. It wasn't the best layup from Blažević, and honestly.
Change of service. Now
So,
serving.
momentum
Team
gained with the 3-1 service hold, switches back with 3-1 to the serves, which is about what you expect in the men's doubles. 2-2 on serve is a bit of a disappointment. Blažević, crucial serves.
This set following a similar pattern to the first set in terms of being very close and very cagey in the opening stages. Are we going to see Serbia starting to pull away like we did in that first set?
Blažević did well to keep it alive. Is he over halfway? He is. Illegal attack.
point.
Yeah, we got to 6-all, and then it went the way of the Serbs quite dramatically.
Well,
if it gets to 6-all here, it'll be about the same, you would think, because the momentum will be with the Serbs
Well,
if they can
that's the
take 2
thing.
points.
And you don't want to give this Serbian team any more than they already have. And when they start to get momentum and confidence, they are unstoppable.
Adam Blažević with serve, can't afford to lose too many more. He gets a little lucky along with Adam Bako there, because the mistake this time, the luck of the net maybe you call it, gives the point to the Hungarians to not fall further behind. They tied at 5s. So 1.1 and 1 lost on serve so far for Adam Blažević. He will know that he's not at his best right now. And again, another first serve into the net.
Second service.
So now the conservative second serve. A header that will be easier to lay up, and it is laid up. And a good header from Mirojevic, but kept alive. A lot of work asked here. Uses the chest to good effect, but it'll come back with momentum here, you would think. This time, brilliant smash.
Mirojevic flying through the air like Superman with that left foot, smashing it home. Incredible stuff from the Serbian.
So they nudge ahead. They've taken 2 out of 3 on the Blažević serve. It's normally such a powerful weapon. Remember, years of watching him and Chava Banjic fire them down, but now the best in the world have got the measure of him. And these are the best in the world. What can he do from this angle? Side ball, I think, will be a point to the Hungarians. So just like the first set, as we kind of hinted it might go, it's 6-6, but the Serbs have the 4 serves to come.
Change of service. Now serving. Team Serbia.
Well, Very much deja vu from the first set. Groundhog Day here in Nuremberg.
They took all 4 serves at this point in the first serve, the team in red.
Last time it was Mitro serving, now it's Morojevic who celebrates the edge ball.
Yeah.
New first service.
Does get the first serve again. It's not an edge ball, no it's not. It's an ace. Great start to the set of 4.
It is a good start, and you feel that every point Serbia win now is a slight edge towards victory. What have Hungary got to try and turn this tie around and into their favour?
Tries the same again. Bako standing a little nearer the table now, aware of it.
Second service.
Can't afford to let points slip away as easily. Second serve, easier to tee up from Bako for Blažević. Swings the left foot, but again, just lacking a little bit of power we've seen before.
Ooh.
And in for the kill with the angle. Morojevic nails it again. Another sniper header. And it gives them the lead by 2 points.
Morojevic, oh Bojevic, that was incredible. The accuracy and power from that side of the table. They just keep coming.
First service.
Good start from the Hungarians in this set, but now they're under acute
Second
pressure.
serve.
They have to win at least one of the next 2 points, I would suggest. Full serves to come from Bako, but before that, great effort from Blažević this time. And I think previously, James, he's not really fired with full effect on that left footed, but he gave it 100% there, and it paid dividends.
Blažević has been slow by his standards in this final. Is he going to come into form when needed the most? Left foot smash, reminding the Serbians we're not going anywhere.
Went from 6-6 to 10-6 first set. At least they've avoided that. They've taken at least the 1. They'll only be 2 behind. Maybe they can
There
tie
it
it
is.
up. They can. It's another left-footed smash. He's woken up. And Blažević, welcome to the party. 8-all, second set.
Blažević is born into this final with a double whammy.
He needed it, a bit hesitant before in the final, maybe nerves in for someone as experienced as the 28-year-old, 4 years older than Adam Bako, who's had an amazing season.
First service.
Been a really good partnership, these two. Many feared
Out.
about how Blažević would perform with the loss of Čapa Banjac.
Second service.
Well, Bako was hoping for a clean sweep here to make it 1-all. Second serve puts him under pressure. Mitro says thank you very much.
Team Serbia.
Absolute perfection with the bisecting header between the 2 Hungarians. So low on the table. Oh, cool as you like.
Yeah, it's so cool. He barely celebrates.
Nikola Mitro.
Put that man on ice.
Out.
Oh, another missed first serve.
Second
Deceptively
service.
difficult. It doesn't look at the best serve in the world, the headed serve from Bako, but it usually is on first serve. Mitro, too good again. And the first 2 points go against serve, and at the critical moment, having dragged themselves back level, the form is deserting the Hungarians, and they are walking a tightrope now in the World Championship final men's doubles. A set down, 8-10 down. Bako, 2 serves to come.
They're in trouble here, the Hungarians.
Out.
Another first serve goes a begging. Bako can't believe it.
Second service.
Hungarian champions when they defeated Banjac and Balázs. Mitro in, and it's too good. Mitro's header. Bako could only get a toe on it. Blažević sent it way off the table and almost out of the arena. And there are 3 match points. 3 taken against the serve of Adam Bako. It's all gone wrong for Team Hungary, and Team Serbia on the verge of defending
Match
their
point
world title.
for Team Serbia.
Hungary need something special now.
First
What
service.
can Bako do?
Good head. Great headed serve that time.
Well, don't write the Hungarians
No,
off.
absolutely, he did. Mitro there with that header. More ferocity. Almost as if he was saying, take that, don't you celebrate too early. But they are still on the verge. 2 more chances
Change
to
of service.
grab the world
Now
title
serving
for a
Team
3rd time
Serbia.
for Morojevic and Mitro. And watch
First
this
service.
headed serve, how low and how it'll skim off the table. Nikola Mitro. Too
Out.
long. Blažević is happy. 2 Hungarians.
Second serve.
Slap palms, mini celebration. Increases their chances of taking this point and extending this match. Bako with a headed, it's good direction, almost lands on us. Oh, incredible skills. Mirojevic almost out of the arena. It won't go over the net. Valiant defence, but the Hungarians reduce it again from 11-8 to 11-10 to match point save by Team Hungary.
Well, one more and we go to a deciding set/match points. Hungary have dug deep, they needed to. Nearly took the commentary box out there. Nikola Mitro using as much of this arena as he possibly can. We had to lean back to let play continue. Here we go, Mitro is focused. Could this be the point? You feel it might be coming.
He's lost the first two on serve, which is a rarity. Nikola Mitro of Serbia. Blažević keeps them alive. Backo with the head is sniper again, but Mitro's aware of it this time. He goes in, is he over the halfway line? It's a legal attack. It's 11-all. They've dug themselves out of the deepest of holes in the men's World Championship final. The Hungarians are alive and kicking. It's that magic point.
The iconic roar from Adam Backo. Roar of a lion, the Hungarian roar.
There you can see, over the line.
It wasn't far over, but it is Hungary the only remaining team with VAR, so...
Tell you what, it's a brave call from the referee against Mitro and Mirojevic.
Look at that momentum, by the way. 3 points in a row from Hungary at match point down. One serve for Mitro still to go. It's all coming down to this final point, Tim.
The focus on Mitro's face. Edge ball. One was celebrating thinking it had missed, the other was celebrating edge ball, so we're back. We've still got two serves to go. It's match point still, or it's set point. Take your pick. Blažević keeps it alive, back away for the kill, he's done it!
Oh my goodness,
what an escape! What a turnaround in Nuremberg! 12-11, they've snatched the set, they look dead and buried in. One set all.
Well, Serbia are complaining to Kevin Rodrigo, the referee, that they thought it was an edge ball, but that was not the case. That was a good, clean winner from Backo. We said Hungary needed to dig deep. We said do not write off this Hungarian team. Adam Backo and Adam Blažević have found form when it means the most. We're going the distance here. What a final. What a men's doubles final we've got on our hands here. The crowd went wild then, by the way. They want more. We've only got 30 seconds and we've got to go again, by the way.
I'll tell you what, Adam Backo, he's the comeback king. Whether it's with Lea Vašaš, whether it's with Adam Blažević, he never knows what he's been. He somehow drags it back. Let's have a look at the stats of that second set that's tied us up. It went the way of the Hungarians with the narrowest of margins, 12-11. Not too much to pick from there, slightly more unforced errors from the Hungarian side, but they came through it nonetheless. Let's have a quick peek at the second set highlights right here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was not expecting the conclusion of that second set to play out as it did, but you can never write off the team of Backo and Blažević. And now this is going to be really interesting. Do Backo and Blažević take that comeback from the second set and carry that momentum into the third set? They look pumped. Heads have dropped now from Mirojevic and Mitro. They really need to pick themselves up. Mitro looks like a man defeated. This is intriguing.
Yeah, remember, 4 points in a row at the end of that second set to the Hungarian team, the Team Adam, if you like. So real pressure now on Mitro, whose serve was dismantled when you would have expected him to get the 1 point he needed. And that was all he needed, but he lost all four. Now a second serve at the start of this third set. Edge ball, so nearly a captain's fault, so nearly an ace. In the end, it was neither. Do it again, second serve. This occasion, it's just like tennis. You will get a second serve. You can challenge it if he wants. If he thinks it wasn't an edge, but it looked like an edge, even more so on the replay. So it is the second serve. Repeated here. Not quite as risky that time. Allows Blažević to get the smash in, but it's easily repelled. In with the sniper header. Blažević keeps it alive. Just Backo says mine. Confident he can get it back over. He was near, but the net worked against him.
Well, that reminded me of a point from the 2019 final in the mixed doubles there. Natalia Gittler and Marquinhos using the back end of the table to try and get it back into play. And it wasn't quite the same result because they did find the table there, but great point.
First service.
Stops the rot after losing those 4 points in a row on serve for Mitro. That's a good header. It's more like it. Blažević, though, sees it open. Great first touch from Morojević to keep it alive. Too long. So difficult control from there.
Mitro having stern words with Morojević there, but it almost looked for a second like Mitro might have got a double touch there, but either way, we're in the groove now of this second set. This is going to be a tough one for Serbia to bounce back from. That has to be said, 3 match points.
Put it out of your mind, the reset button's been pressed. That hit the net, didn't hit the table.
Yeah, it's easier said than done though, isn't it? You can still see the body language from Serbia is one of frustration. They've got to change that around now because Hungary are born into this final.
We know how it is though, James. One super point, one big winning header changes that momentum. One big miss from Adam Blažević. Well, we need, from the Hungarians' perspective, the Adam Blažević who turned up in the second half of the second set. That was more the first set. They'd almost gifted the first set to the Serbs.
First service.
It's this time to the right of Adam Bako. He keeps it alive brilliantly.
Oh,
beautifully finished. Oh, it's an edge ball. I was going to say beautifully finished off. It probably was an edge ball. I think Blažević acknowledges that. But to be honest, for the position they were in...
Well, I tell you what, that was close. That was very close indeed. I mean, the Serbians are going to be all over Kevin Rodrigo now. They've lost their challenge, so they can't challenge anything from this point onwards. But don't forget, there is a card system in play, yellow and red cards.
Hungary still has a challenge remaining.
Second service.
Cue above us, the big scoreboards all around tell us they still have a challenge remaining. Both teams have a timeout remaining too. Mitro serving with the head, more cautious second serve. They're swinging left boot of Blažević. Oh, dramatic effort from Nikola Mitro. Had to almost barge the Hungarian players out the way. And they had to move pretty sharpish to make sure that there was no hint of obstruction there, deliberate. Referee just came across to check where Mitro fell there to make sure there was
Change of service. Now serving
liquid on the
Team
floor.
Hungary.
Just a little bit of sweat can come off players when they fall and make it more dangerous, but we're
First
safe
service.
to proceed. Nip and tuck then after the first set of 4 serves from Mitro. So we switch to Adam Bako.
Second service.
2-2. Might be able to see the yellow marker, the orange marker on the floor. Have to serve behind that. Another mistake from the Hungarians, a little bit sloppy here, and Bako just saying, let's just calm down a little bit.
We are going to see mistakes from both teams as this match draws to a conclusion, but it, at this point, becomes very difficult to recover from a string of bad mistakes, and Bako has to put that to the back of his mind now. Think back to those moments in that second set when they overcame adversity. There's the header from Morojević.
Oh, Bako with what should have been really a pretty regulation header to test the Serbs. Instead, he finds the net. Embrace from Team Serbia. They open up a 4-2 lead. Not decisive, but worrying for the Hungarians.
Yeah, Bako doesn't want to do too many of those. There's a couple that he can get away with, but it is on the Bako serve now. Has to lift his head again, as Tim mentioned. The momentum can change quickly.
Net.
Second serve then again. He's not nailing that first serve like he was at the end of the first set, but that's a decent second serve. Morojević still gets a sniper in. Well done from Blažević. Bako takes on in his own. Brilliant defence. Surely not from there. You've got to be kidding me. We're continuing the rally. Blažević, Bako. Blažević touches it over. Morojević rescues it. Mitro with a header. This is amazing stuff. Bako looking for the kill with a sniper. He's missed the punchline. The point goes to Serbia. They're 3 ahead in the deciding set at 5-2.
Take your hat off and applaud Nikola Mitro, who did pretty much a full lap of the table to keep that point alive. Morojević was almost as surprised as we were. Somehow, Serbia, who had no right to win that point, have given themselves now a 5-2 lead. That was incredible.
Bako's heading has been magnificent throughout this match until this third set, and it's just deserted him at the wrong time. 3 errors. Costly errors. Serving at 2-5 now, having lost the first 3 on serve. Morojević going for the clean sweep. Difficult here for Adam Bako. Oh, surely not from there. It's wide of the table. It's 4 in a row against serve for Bogdan Morojević and Nikola Mitro. Team Serbia in command. 6-2 final set.
Mitro's forgotten he's got to switch sides, but I don't think he's too focused on that at the moment. He's focused on bringing his A game to this final. And I tell you what, this has been a wonderful response from Serbia, who have won 6 of the 8 opening points in this second set.
4 in a row, and Mirojevic to serve. If we do get there, we won't have a decisive point. We will have to win by 2 because it's the decisive set.
How important could that VAR challenge be that Hungary still have in the locker should they require it? Serbia don't have it, and trust me, if they feel hard done by, they will let Kevin Rodriguez, the referee, know.
Oh, delicately done, stroked it over the table. More finesse than power that time from Bako, it did the trick.
Bako looks tired, by the way. He needs to find some more energy. He's got
Mentally.
another final straight on the back of this. The mixed doubles final will follow this men's doubles final. This has been a gripping start to our run of doubles finals, by the way.
I always thought it would be. The doubles just brings something special to the party. Both players have to touch it in a rally, by the way. You can play just the 2 points, the 2 touches and a point if you wish, before handing it over to your opponents.
Well,
don't need to take all 3.
Serbia are in a good position again, and again, this is the point you feel that teams can start to coast a little bit, but when you're against Blažević and Bako, you certainly cannot coast, and doubles especially.
Serves have not been as powerful in terms of point gaining.
As all 4 players are exhausted, aren't they, at this point in the match?
High intensity stuff in Nuremberg, the men's doubles final. Blažević leaves them wide open here for a big smash or header. Good heading from Mirojevic, but good defending. Blažević with the smash. Surely Mitro can't keep it alive. You bet he can. Mirojevic serves up. A wonderful finish. What a point. They're reviewing it, the Hungarians, immediately. Let's have a look at the replay before we go crazy about the point. But Nikola Mitro with a defensive layup and a fabulous smash.
Huge, huge point this. What are we starting to see? Whether or not Mirojevic crossed the line? I think he's good, you know. He's way...
I think they're challenging for edge ball. It's a challenge for edge ball. Let's have a look. This is the angle.
No, that's good. That's good. It's inside.
Looks good to me.
Mirojevic knows it as well. He's celebrating the point already.
The reverse angle.
No, that looks good to me. I think Blažević and Bako have conceded.
No edge ball.
No edge ball.
No edge ball. So massive point that. Somehow Serbia have done it.
8-3, and they should be looking at 7-4, but now instead of a 3-point deficit, it's a 5-point deficit. One more serve to come from Bogdan Mirojevic.
Mitro just never gives up, does he? You cannot concede a point against him. It just always keeps going when Nikola Mitro is playing as well as he is today. This has been his best performance of the season so far.
Second serve.
Mirojevic switching it up and going for the header instead of the foot serve that he had been doing. Bako nails that one. Well, they want an edge ball. They've got no challenge left, so pointless making the attempt. So he keeps them in it. 9-3 would have been too much, I think. Well, you never know. They came back from 11-8 down, but
nowhere near an edge ball, by the way. And Bako out wide there asking questions of the Serbians. You knew as soon as he teed himself up there, he was going to smash that home. Adam Bako's been so impressive, as has Blažević. All 4 players have played out of their skin here. This has been a great final.
Well, 4-8. Blažević maybe would like to do a little bit more, and is serving again, not up to the mark on the first serve. He needs at least 3 points out of these 4, you would think.
Oh,
and the first one goes against them, and the Serbs are heading, not just edging towards the finishing line, they're racing towards it now, 9-4.
Well, Mitro again just showing off his array of different shot selection styles, and rather than going for power, going for position. The ball's a little bit damp from those sweaty heads, getting a bit of a clean here from Rodrigo.
Thought they might take a timeout, actually, Team Hungary, but in the end they've kind of got a free timeout here with the referee coming across to make sure the ball's clean.
Both teams have the opportunity for a timeout. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it, but equally they probably want to keep this match going because it didn't conclude in the second set like we thought it might. Blažević first serve long.
Team Hungary here are drinking in Last Chance Saloon. 4-9, 12 wins you a world title. Mitro, delicate placed header, not quite as good enough to win the point, but they might get another chance with Mirojevic here, moving in for the smash.
Oh, is he okay?
That's not nice to see. It looks okay, but it is a point to Hungary.
This is always the danger with the Teqball table. Morojevic is okay.
He is okay.
But
a round of applause.
we heard the dull thud of flesh against table. You'll see on the replay here. Oh, no, he's all right. It's the base of his foot against the flexi.
It was a winning hit as well, and he just avoided the net. So the point goes to Hungary for table contact.
I'll tell you what, though, we've seen it before where players make contact with the table. It's an occupational hazard in the sport. It hurts, I can promise you that. Thinking back to previous final between Blažević and Baniak against these two. I forget the event now. It was in Poland. It was last year, and Morojevic, Mitro ended up out the stadium. That's how much these two players put on the line.
He'd won the point. It was called edge ball, so it's still a first serve for Adam Blažević. He needs an ace or a winning serve. Kept alive, but over halfway. Surely it was an illegal attack. Yeah, it's called
100%. Well, we
so
saw
they get another point. 9-6.
Hungary are just playing their way back into this, like we saw in that previous set. They are going nowhere. 3 points the difference now, and Bako fires up his teammate. They are almost at their best when they are facing
Adam Bako. He's got it. He's the comeback kid, the comeback king. Can he do it again? Decent serve, not a winning serve. Mitro with a sniper, well chested from Bako, moving in himself for the sniper, a little bit more height, but kept alive. Morojevic couldn't use the head that time. And now the swinging foot,
brilliant.
it's delicate, it's good from Blažević. Saw the space, didn't try to overhit it, guided it to a point. 3 in a row for Team Hungary. 9-4 becomes 9-7.
Morojevic trying to power himself up. Mitro remaining focused on his game. Bako is absolutely pumped. Blažević is finding the winners when they're needed. This game is far from over. 3 points in a row now for Hungary.
Mitro's serve, so they could get it done and dusted. However, remember what nightmare he had with his serves at the end of the second set. He had the chance to see it out, but saw his serve dismantled and lost 4 in a row. And now, timeout called. 9-8. It's getting edgy in Nuremberg. It's the men's doubles final in the Teqball World Championship.
Well, you just don't know what way to call this now. I mean, you know, given the position that both these teams were in the second set, it's impossible to call. Hungary taking on as many fluids as they can, discussing with their coaching team. Obviously a part of the Steckers team, Bako, and the Phoenix Teqball Academy, Blažević.
I'm taking on liquids here and I'm only commentating, James.
Yeah, it's warm, fever pitch atmosphere in this stadium. The crowd absolutely loving every second of this. Blažević and Bako first to come back out. They're keen to keep the momentum going. It was a good time to call time out from Serbia. They've got to learn the mistakes from that second set.
Winners in Naples, winners in Budapest. Bako and Blažević against the defending world champions in men's doubles, Bogdan Morojevic and Nikola Mitro. Now, are there any demons for Nikola Mitro to exorcise here? He lost all 4 serves when it looked like the match was there in the second set. He's lost the first of 4 serves here. Still, the serves are ahead, but it doesn't really feel like it. Blažević trying to tie the scores up, puts the pressure on. A lot of work for Mitro to do, does it really well. Good header from Morojevic, wins the point. They stop the rot.
Ridiculous from Mitro again. How does he keep getting around the table like that? Morojevic did incredibly well to finish it off as well. Look at this from the replay. Oh, wow, what a point, and that is significant. They're just 2 points away now.
Yeah, hypercritical. I just think slightly wrong positioning from the Hungarians in their defensive setup for Morojevic. Got it between the two of them again.
On the Mitro serve, like we were at the beginning of the first set.
So
like we were at the end of the second set.
12-9, 11-12, and now 10-8 in the decider. A hush descends on the Kia Metropole Arena. Mitro with a serve. Bako deals with it well. Blažević with a swinging foot, good enough! That's one of them chalked off, 10-9. Can they get to 10-10 by taking the last of the 4 serves from Mitro?
Well, this final has just given us everything we hoped it would. Drama from beginning to end. Match points saved in that second set by Hungary. They're up against it now, but they're clawing their way back into things.
Adam Blažević in his 6th World Championship final. He's only ever lost 1 of the previous 5. Still up against it.
Net.
Hungary still trails, but they have a second serve now from Mitro. He's
Second service.
slightly more conservative usually on his second serve, but nervy times now, and nerves will play a part in the deciding moments of this final.
Such focus from all four of these players.
Blažević
with the smash.
in and wins the point. We are at 10-10. We're going the distance in the third and deciding set of the men's doubles final in the World Championships.
Don't forget, they have to win by 2 clear points. We have no deciding points in the deciding set. It has to be best of 2. We're nearly at that point now. The next point will set up championship points.
But for whom? Team Hungary or Team Serbia?
First service.
It's on the Bako serve. You feel momentum's with Hungary at this point.
It's a good serve as well. Mitro trying to lay it up. Is that an illegal attack? It is an illegal attack. He was over halfway and he has no appeal left. There's no VAR for Bogdan Mirovic. Well, they came from the depths at 11-8 to snatch the second set. Bako and Blažević. Team Adam, Team Hungary stand on the cusp here. It's match point.
This is unreal. Absolutely phenomenal stuff.
First service.
Ahead for the first time since the opening point. Match point for the Hungarians in green and white. Mirovic trying to have something to say about that. Delicate touch. Blažević coming in here for the chest over to keep the rally going. Mitro teeing up. This time the smash from the Serbs. Oh, it's gone out of the arena. Blažević might have got there. The hoarding's not been there. He even thought about hurdling over. But the match point is saved. On we go, 11-11.
Flashbacks to the 2018 final here where we went to a deciding match points. Here we go, it's best of 2. Forget the scores now, win 2 points and you're world champions. Still on the Bako serve.
Defending champions save 1 match point. That's a, oh, I thought it was a good serve, it's a net. And that changes things.
Second
Have to be
service.
more cautious now. No, captain's double faulted. It is a good second serve. Mirovic misses the table. He wants an edge, but it's a side. It's match point number 2 for Hungary.
Change sides.
Well, Serbia look furious. They've still got to dig deep, but Hungary are on the verge of one of sport's greatest ever comeback. One of sport's greatest ever comebacks. They were down and out, 11-8 down in the second set. Now they are at a match point of their own. Bako to serve.
9-4 down. It's Bako's last serve. The serve will switch over to the Serbs, so he needs to get it done now. It's a good serve. Mitro needs a good layup. Mirovic in with the sniper. It's going to be on the table, but if both players have to touch the ball, so it's point to Serbia. They save a second match point, and not only is it 12-12, it's now the Serbs in charge of serving.
Now serving.
Wherever you are watching around the world, do not turn off your television.
Get your mates in, call them. Have you seen what's happening? Get on social media. It's 12-12 in the World Championship final. We only played to 12. We're in overtime. The drama continues.
Have to win by 2 clear points at this point.
Second
The
service.
defending champions, Mirovic, serving.
Oh,
Oh, what an easy point that was.
Serbia.
clips into the face of Blažević there.
Slightly unfortunate, but you make your own luck in this game. Mirovic wants the ball wiping.
Yeah, I
Needs
think
little-
that's tactical, to be honest with
Yeah,
you. They want to
little
buy
timeout.
themselves some time. It's a mini timeout, this, and you can't argue with that. It's giving them a moment just to... Well, they've saved 1 match point.
They've saved 2 match points.
They've saved 2 match points, so they've had a few of their own as well. I'll tell you what, Mirovic looks pumped now. Blažević just pointing at his own head, telling himself to
Change
think.
of service. Now serving Team Hungary.
Hungary have
Match
saved
point
so many
for Team
perilous
Serbia.
positions from this match.
were
Can they do one more?
9-4 down in this
First
deciding
service.
set. 11-8 down in the previous set. Have they got 1 more effort in them?
It's going to have to be a Blažević
Second
second serve.
First match point
Bako looks nervous.
for the Serbs. Chance will come with an early header from Mirovic, but Bako on hand. Blažević tries the delicate, kept alive well. Mirovic with a smash! Mirovic wins second Serbia! High drama! 14-12 in the deciding set. A magnificent World Championship final. They've defended their crown from Novi Sad, Serbia. Nikola Mitro and Bogdan Mirovic. Take your hats off. Stand up for the masters of men's doubles. The world is curved.
Well, Mirovic is getting all he can from this moment, from the crowd celebrating. Blažević has his head in his hands. Bako looks a fallen man. Those two will come back strong, make no doubt about that. They gave absolutely everything to this final. But Morojevic and Mitro are champions. It runs through their blood. And they have done it once again at the highest possible stage as eventually the four players come together. We're seeing the replay of that match point, and you knew then when the ball fell from Morojevic, he was going to slam it home and there would be just one champion. But hats off to Hungary. They have made a truly, truly remarkable match. History here in Nuremberg, the biggest ever Teqball World Championships has been decided. Serbia retain their crown. Hungary take their match to a deciding set. We've been the distance here. We still have two matches to bring you, by the way, the mixed doubles and the women's doubles as well. And if these matches were anything to go by, the two singles matches and the men's doubles matches, then we're in for an absolute classic. Let's take a look at these match statistics. Tim, talk us through them.
Yeah, well, one interesting statistic that isn't on there is that they didn't have a review. They still have one left, the Hungarians. They might have used it. Morojevic was close to the halfway line there. 14 winners apiece, but 21 errors from the Hungarians, and that cost them, particularly in that first set, which they rather gifted away in the end, 12-9. The other two nip and tuck. They survived numerous points in the second set. Then the first match point in the third set went the way of Mitro and Morojevic after the Hungarians missed a couple of opportunities themselves. So, as James said, Mitro and Morojevic from Serbia defend their World Championship title. Coming up, we have two more doubles finals. First, let's just take a breather and look back on this magnificent men's doubles final.